Hello, everyone, and a huge welcome to all of you tuning in today. It's Saturday, May 17th, 2025, and right now, it's 3:56 p.m. Central Time here in the United States, which is the local time in New Orleans, where our story unfolds. I'm absolutely thrilled to dive into a jaw-dropping incident that's been making headlines, a daring jailbreak at the Orleans Parish Justice Center that's got everyone talking about security, public safety, and the challenges of running a correctional facility. This is a story that's both gripping and educational, so let's break it down over the next 8 minutes in a way that keeps you hooked and informed. Let's jump right in. Imagine it's the early morning of May 16, 2025, around 1 a.m. in New Orleans. At the Orleans Parish Justice Center, 10 inmates pull off an escape that sounds like it's straight out of a thriller movie. They breach a wall behind a toilet, yes, you heard that right, a toilet, and slip out through a supply door. Security footage later shows them scaling a wall and sprinting across an interstate, vanishing into the night. It's not until a routine headcount at 8:30 a.m. that the jail staff realize they've got a massive problem on their hands. 10 inmates are gone. Can you imagine the panic that must have set in? Let's talk about who these escapees are, because this is where things get really serious. One of them, Kendall Miles, who was charged with attempted second-degree murder, has been caught. He was found hiding under a car in a hotel parking garage in the French Quarter, a busy, tourist-packed area of New Orleans. But here's the alarming part. 9 others are still out there. Among them are 4 men charged with second-degree murder: Corey Boyd, Lenton Van Buren, Jermaine Donald, and Derek Groves. These are individuals considered dangerous, and their escape has triggered a massive manhunt. We're talking about a coordinated effort involving the New Orleans Police, the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, Louisiana State Police, and even probation and parole. The FBI is offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to their arrests, which shows just how critical this situation is. What makes this escape even more troubling is what Sheriff Susan Hudson revealed during a press conference. She believes the inmates likely had help from inside the sheriff's department. Let that sink in for a moment. Someone working at the jail might have provided the tools these inmates needed to break out. They shouldn't have had access to anything that could help them dig through a wall, but somehow they did. This raises serious questions about potential corruption or negligence within the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Hudson has promised a thorough investigation into staff performance, facility protocols, and security measures, and she's vowed to hold people accountable. That's a crucial step because trust in the system is on the line here. Now, let's zoom in on the security failures that made this escape possible. Reports have highlighted defective cell locks and blind spots in the jail's surveillance cameras. These aren't just minor oversights. These are glaring vulnerabilities that allowed 10 inmates to slip away undetected for hours. The Orleans Parish Justice Center has a troubled history, which adds context to this incident. Before Hurricane Katrina in 2005, this facility, then called Orleans Parish Prison, was one of the largest local jails in the U.S., holding nearly 6,500 inmates. That's huge for a city like New Orleans, which isn't even among the top 30 most populated cities in the country. Over the years, the jail has faced criticism for overcrowding, poor conditions, and security issues. This escape isn't an isolated incident, it's a symptom of deeper, systemic problems that have persisted for years. This brings us to a broader lesson about the challenges of maintaining secure correctional facilities, especially in urban areas with high incarceration rates. Think about what's at play here. Staffing shortages, outdated infrastructure, and the complexity of managing a large population of inmates, some of whom are accused of violent crimes. It's a tough job, and this incident highlights the need for better funding, better training for staff, and better systems to prevent escape. This isn't just a New Orleans problem. It's a challenge that jails across the country face, and it's something we should all be paying attention to because public safety depends on it. Speaking of public safety, let's talk about the immediate impact of this escape. 9 inmates, several accused of murder, are still on the run as of today, May 17th. That's a major concern for the people of New Orleans and beyond. New Orleans Police Superintendent and Kirkpatrick called the situation urgent and serious during a press conference, and she's absolutely right. Imagine living in a city where 9 potentially dangerous individuals are at large. You'd be looking over your shoulder, wouldn't you? The manhunt is in full swing, with authorities working around the clock to track these fugitives down, but it's a tense time for the community. This story has also blown up on social media, which shows just how much it's resonating with the public. Posts from accounts like at Hot Freestyle and at the Cater Potator have been sharing updates, and people are demanding transparency from the authorities. It's a reminder of how connected we all are in the digital age, and how quickly news like this can spread. But it also underscores the pressure on officials to act swiftly and communicate clearly with the public. To put this escape into perspective, let's compare it to a couple of other recent jailbreaks in the U.S. Back in March 2023, 2 inmates escaped from a jail in Clinton, New Jersey, but they were both recaptured within 24 hours, and there was no suspicion of inside help. In July 2024, 4 inmates broke out of a facility in Walker County, Texas. 3 were caught, but 1 is still at large, and again, no inside help was suspected. What sets the Orleans Parish escape apart is the scale, 10 inmates, and the suspicion of internal assistance, which makes it a much more complex and concerning case. As we wrap up, let's reflect on what this story teaches us. It's a reminder that our correctional systems are far from perfect, and that ensuring public safety is a shared responsibility. It's also a call to action for all of us to stay informed and hold our leaders accountable. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you found this commentary as fascinating and thought-provoking as I did. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.